Now let's look at the tail of the tape. Biggest is the 6-inch height advantage of Fury and
the two-time cruiserweight champion of the world, Steve USS Cunningham. The undefeated heavyweight contender, Tyson Fury.
I expect a good, clean fight. Let's touch gloves. Touch him up.
Mr. Gunn.
Yes.
Mr. Gunn,
Foreign countries, he's fought Marco Huck in Germany, Krzysztof Wlodarczyk in Poland. And you see the height differential. Tyson's got that left hand down, keeping the left hand
to
down.
note that his uncle Peter, because of visa. Cunningham missing with that.
Fury's definitely a showman, but he's landed some good punches too in this first round, Kenny.
And he landed
Hurt
some
the big man, and we just saw evidence of that.
Especially one of the things that you were talking about yesterday.
And that's impressive because the question was, does Steve Cunningham have a chance in this fight without that one nice left jab by Steve Cunningham? You saw the first punch he shot, it landed, and he's got to work in there. That's
much more active fighter now that he's trimmed down about 25 pounds in his last 3 fights.
Tyson's a much better fighter than he was 3 years ago, and he told us that very. Isn't the soft puncher he thought it was, and he just caught Steve Cunningham with a nice right hand there. His power is cruiserweights. Steve Cunningham wasn't known for his power, but we're seeing right here that Cunningham that he's landed to the body.
Fury now taunting him.
And use my raw talent and determination, but now I'm taking my career seriously.
Round 2 underway in that first round according to CompuBox. Fury, he's knocked down, he's knocked down. Cunningham has floored Fury.
That's the punch right there. Steve Cunningham was looking to land that overhand right. Tyson Fury got too aggressive.
Right.
Fury's in trouble, Ken. He's still wobbly here, and Steve Cunningham knows what he's got to do now.
He is leaning right against this rope.
Recklessly.
As Cunningham's corner said, size alone. Fury working on the jab early. He talked about how much better.
And now I'm getting properly prepared for these fights. Good shot by Steve Cunningham there. Fury's talking to him there, saying, listen, come on, that ain't nothing, that ain't nothing. Get it back together, so Steve has got to press the action.
A big man that hasn't felt a sting like he just felt from Cunningham. Here in that strong right in this second round.
So Steve's going to have to find a way to counter that jab early.
And a 44-pound difference in Mitchell in the corner for Tyson Fury tonight.
You know, his jab isn't Cunningham because he's a very conditioned fighter.
And Fury's condition improving so much. The good ones right there. So Fury,
he's taken a bit of power into the heavyweight division.
No more taunting knockout guy.
That's the question we're going to find out. When Steve said, hey, we got to go in there and mix it up a little bit, and I think he's on the stomach of Tyson Fury already from the jabs of 3 years ago. I went into fights, I wasn't in shape.
And Cunningham now, even more aggressive, coming right back with
a little more. He's still a 6'9". Great round for Stephen Cunningham.
Coming to an end. It's scheduled for 12. Tyson Fury shoving.
Sticking it there and trying to go over the top. Yeah? So block him when he gets short punches. Don't load up on anything. Just let him go.
The fight only 2 rounds in. Cunningham's got a 1-point lead on my scorecard. There's still 9 rounds left to fight, though. So a lot with one counter shot that's catching Tyson.
Well, Tyson Fury, the tall man there in the white trunks with the green. Undefeated, making his U.S. debut against 210 for this one.
Steve Cunningham was in the Navy. He's very, very disciplined. When he was an amateur fighter
right now.
I see Steve getting a bit tired now. But Tyson just needs to stay to the game plan.
And Steve is not used to being in there banging it out with a guy who's 255 pounds.
And that's a nice right by Tyson.
Indeed the smaller man.
And again, coming back with
good
nice
body shot.
Knockdown back in the second round by Steve Cunningham. And Cunningham going to work again, and Fury.
We didn't know if that was going to be possible, Kenny.
Who he gives so much credit to for getting him in shape and getting him to this point in his career over the last year and a half.
210-pound fighter if the fight continues to take this form.
he got a problem. But he's very big. And if the ref let him grab, he can win.
Expected from Cunningham.
A lot of times these cruiserweights are so sucked down at 200 pounds that when they actually jab.
He was using the jab effective early.
Well, he's physically strong. Even if the European champion at the time, a very good fighter, and Fury stayed southpaw the whole fight and defeated Rogan in the center of the ring.
Well, Cunningham's not giving him any chance with that reach advantage, is he? He's going in on him mostly. Fury wasting no time. He doesn't want to be caught again.
Cuffing punches on the inside, and he's actually getting himself back in this round, back in this fight, because Steve had been doing very well.
All right, Chris, Cunningham trying to go back to work, and Tyson Fury is standing with him.
And you see Tyson Fury, he's getting physical with Steve.
Ability now to carry around 205, 210. And weighing in at 210. Final seconds, fourth round. Let's check in on the corner of Tyson Fury with Chris.
And you see when Tyson frees those hands up, it's giving Steve problems. He's a physically big, strong guy.
Making his U.S. debut against Steve Cunningham, the two-time cruiserweight champ, now in his third fight as a heavyweight.
And you see the physical presence of Tyson. It's tough. He's a physical guy and makes it tough. And here the referee's taking a point away from Tyson Fury. It looks like for holding.
Unofficially, Cunningham in the lead, according to our expert here, Larry Hazard.
And disciplined left jab and set punches up off of his left jab.
Cunningham dodges that right. He's getting closer to a shot at the champ, Vladimir Klitschko. So far,
to be so committed and disciplined to never go over 200 pounds, and it was dehydrating and malnourishing his body.
He had been warned before about holding. Now he loses a precious point. As this
now, look at him. He's there. If he had his opportunity in round one, was it? That's him done.
Cunningham weighs 210.
And you multiply that, Kenny, over 12
combinations, but sliding in the left was Cunningham. Action along the ropes now.
Make contact and land those punches, but he's already got Fury's attention with that straight right hand. He's got to continue to mix it up. He's got to work up and down, even though it looks like the head is such a hard target. But you see, Tyson's not doing anything special in there. He's just walking. And that's what Tyson...
And that was a nice right by Fury. And Fury switching to...
And Tyson's getting a little frustrated right now because he's trying to fight, and he's having troubles getting separation in the last couple rounds.
And that was a nice right by Fury once again. Fury's strongest round.
All right, let's not get caught with it. All right? Is that his opportunity? Cool. Give him to gum shield. Ready to go again?
We're in round 6, scheduled for 12.
No,
Chris, his wife Paris here with him. They were high school sweethearts.
Steve's got to get back to that snapping left jab up and down. He can't push it out because it leaves him vulnerable. He defends himself, and he's got to use his legs a little bit to get some space from Fury.
And obviously this is what everybody...
stand and trade with Fury because he doesn't have the same frame.
6-inch difference in jab here in this fight.
See, it's like Tyson's got it figured out. Nice little short left uppercut by Steve, but he's having...
Eddie Cotton separating him once again. And he gets his guard. Tyson Fury at this height. And that was the key. Would he be able to hold up against a quicker Steve Cunningham?
And a little exhausted and possibly a little hurt at the end of that last round.
Tyson Fury is cutting down this ring again on Cunningham.
Expect that to move. When he's moving, he's not able to set his feet and land the hard punches, and it's taken away from his performance.
Steve got to keep taking angles on him.
Thanks, Tyson.
Thanks, Chris. What about the angles?
I think Steve's a little hurt here, Kenny.
That's a nice uppercut, 2 of them in there. And
time to rest. Veteran move and very smart. Got a big guy against a little guy, and eventually, good right hand from Steve. But eventually, if the big... And here's the thing, you know, Tyson could take those punches from Steve and come back, but Steve doesn't have the...
Have 2 children now as round 7 begins.
Shake him up again. I think it's going to be very difficult for Steve to keep the bigger man off him for the last 6 rounds.
They were about ready to be separated.
No, it's real rough in there, and until the referee says break, you have to defend yourself.
Cunningham, though, with the knockdown in this fight. White and green, Tyson Fury. It's 6'9", 254 pounds. And once again... started.
Another strong right uppercut by Fury, and I just see the bigger man really taking control on the inside to damage Steve, because you can see in between the 5th and the 6th round,
He's landing some pretty clean shots out there. What's he doing?
Tyson is a big time.
and that's what it's going to come down to. Good right hand by Tyson.
And Tyson guard up quickly and is able to shield himself as Cunningham trying to slide in.
Putting his hands up and walking Steve down, getting him tired. Good body shot by Fury. Steve's almost done here. Look at this.
Oh, there's another coming and he's down. Cunningham is knocked down by Fury.
He's hurt bad. You see him using that forearm. I think Steve's done here, Ken. He's in a lot of trouble. Yeah, they need to stop this fight.
This fight is over.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes at 2 minutes 55 seconds of round number 7. Referee Eddie Cotton counts to 10. The winner by knockout victory, still undefeated. He is the heavyweight fighting pride of Manchester, Tyson Fury.
Subscribe, like, share the best boxing reels.